Today, we're in for a little treat. So it's been a while since I played this game, but I have played it a lot in the past, but never completed it. And I'm talking about Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. I absolutely love this game. It's one of those games that really sucks you into the storyline, and it gets you to know all the different characters and stuff. And the kind of the way the ebb and flow of the game goes, it's jumping kind of all over the place a little bit, and with different groups of characters and stuff. It's really well done. And over the years, I've enjoyed several hundreds of hours playing the game. But like I said, I've never officially completed the game. So I'd like to consider this episode 1. We'll see how far we get here. It being Tibbs Eve and all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all the Retro Militia fans out there. I'm not sure how many more streams I'll get in over the next day or two, as tomorrow is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and Boxing Day. But we'll try and see what we can do. But for now, let's, like I said, consider this episode 1 of what I hope will be many episodes of Final Fantasy III as we go through the game and we take our time, and I want to go through it in depth and, check every kind of little corner, turn over every little rock, and really kind of enjoy the game in its fullest and how it's been made. So, like I said, without further ado, let's jump right into this game. As the title states, I've also got retro achievements attached to this, so there is like 400 points up for grabs with this game, and 100 different achievements on this game. So I have no idea which ones we're going to pull off. I know just from like looking at the first couple, it looks like just watching the first scene through without skipping the first scene is an achievement. So it looks like there's a few up for grabs, right? It seems like it's going to be a pretty good playthrough. All right, like I said, let's jump into it. I'm as excited as any of you are, I'm sure. So here we go. I guess we're gonna have to start off get the first achievement and just watch the first opening video. It's probably the earliest in the morning that I've streamed in a while. Just trying to fit one in the holiday season there. 9:30 in the morning. Definitely one of my earliest streams. I'm usually a late night streamer. 1994. 10 years old, I think I was at the time. Do the math on that. Oh, some deep and dark music there. Just setting the storyline here for the game. So it looks like magic was big at one point, but kind of destroyed the world. And they've since then started to rebuild, and they've got some technology going, but there's still a certain few that want to see magic kind of come back to the surface and kind of come to power again. But there's a lot that don't want to relive that mistake. There's the town. An Esper. They're looking for an Esper. Huh? So we'll see later what an Esper is. It's kind of our first little introduction to Terra, is her name. You'll see that later, and kind of her role that she plays in the game. The slave crown. Will approach from the east, move out. This next scene is one of those scenes that always kind of grabbed my attention. Like, every time I played this game, I just thought for Super Nintendo at the time when I was 10 years old, I thought, shit, this is pretty good animation for a video game. As they're walking through the snowstorm, and just the fact that the background keeps rising up as they keep getting closer, I thought to myself, I was like, wow, they really nailed it with this one. As they walk across the barrens, the snow-covered barrens, in their Magitech armor. Great music in this game too. I mean, it's kind of music that you kind of sit back and appreciate, but good music. You can kind of see the valley town off in the distance that they're about to not so much I guess invade a little bit, but kind of force their way into to take possession of this Esper that they're kind of in conversation about. Boom! So we got our first achievement just by watching that opening video. That gives us our first achievement in Final Fantasy III. So that just gives you an idea of the game. Okay, first we obviously have to start the game, but that's just your first opening scene. Unfortunately, watching it as the preview for the first, like the video of the first of the game, does not count as watching it for you actually starting the game. So now we actually have to go through it somewhat. I'm pretty sure when it gets to the Magitech armor walking, we can skip that portion of it. But this first little explanation thing, we have to go through again. My apologies, but it was for the retro achievements on Locke. Now we can go through dialogue a lot faster. I can kind of click through it as I want. Hopefully you've read it the first time around. If you haven't, my apologies. And we get to skip through it this time. Alright, now we're in. So they made their way to the town. So this is the town of Narsh, or Narshi, I guess is the name of it. And we've met our first Imperial Guard. We're about to have our first battle. No problems with Magitech armor. These guys, like, when you're using Terra, she actually has magic. So if you use magic the first time, I think the other two guys are like, they kind of freak out a bit. No, I thought they did at one point. I thought they were like. Or maybe that's later on in the game. We're not going to bother exploring the town. We're basically just going to work our way straight up. It's kind of what the game line wants you to do, is work your way straight up into the I think it's like a cave or a cavern or something up in the top of the city. Get a chance to try out some of our. Let's use some a cure for fun. Oh, they sent dogs after us first, and now we've got a couple of guards coming after us. We'll do a little fire. Oh, she's got a couple different ones. Tech missile. We've got him trapped now. Let's see what a bioblast looks like. Whoa, that's kind of psychedelic. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, gained a level. Old Vix gained a level and old Wedge gained a level. Not that that's going to matter much very shortly. The mines, that's where they found the Espers in the mines. Oh, they brought a couple of mammoth-looking creatures. And let's go with some bolts, and let's go with some fire, and let's go with, oh, we should probably go with some cure. She's starting to feel the effects. Fire. normal boys. Was found in a new mine shaft. This frozen Esper. So now we're kind of getting into the auto fight. What's an Esper? Let's try Esper. Basically, like, beam me up, Scotty, to a whole new world. Little ice beam there. A little bolt beam. Fix again, and Wedge gain the level. So when you see these throughout the game, these are save points. So when you walk over them, a little thing happens, and here you glow. Do I need info about save points? I'm not going to go through the information about save points. Every time you see one of these, you walk over it. You basically press your start button, or sorry, your X button, and then this option that says save is usually grayed out. But when you're on a save beacon or a save icon, you can save your game. It's as simple as that. I'll handle this step back. There we go. We won't hand over the Esper. So here's our first battle, and I believe there's an achievement for it. And it says to destroy Welk's or Weelk's armored shell. So let's give that a shot. Hold it. Think back to our briefing. What about it? Do you recall hearing about a monster that eats lightning and stores energy in its shell? So whatever you do, don't attack the shell. Okay, so the shell has to be defeatable, but we're gonna go for the retro achievement and attack the shell like crazy. So this is against the game because apparently what happens is it stores all of its energy in the shell, and then once it reaches a certain amount of energy, it releases that energy back on you in the form of a massive attack. So it's one of the first times I've ever went for this achievement, but let's give it a shot. I'm gonna say fire is gonna be the way to go. I'm gonna use Tech Missile. Magitech. Every time you attack its shell, it like does some massive damage. Oh, they're all dead. So this is gonna be a bit of a learning curve here, I guess. So I'm not sure. They just put Ghost or something on me, I think. Now I gotta try to bring Vix and Wedge back to life, because that'll be important. Do I have any? I don't have any way of bringing them back to life. Heal Force? I don't have any Phoenix down, so I can't bring them back to life, so how does this work for me? I guess I'm left to like... I guess I'm left to just use Terra. Mega Bolt. Boom, dead. It's not good. Alright. He's kinda... Alright. So, I guess before we go into this one, let's make sure everybody's up to snuff. He has no skills. She has skills. She has no Esper skills, but she has magic skills. So let's make sure everybody's topped up. We've got one tonic. That's all we got? Alright. She's got that stuff on. Alright. No relics. No. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much where we stand. I guess next is to see if that makes much of a difference now. Maybe we'll go like... We'll go attack, cure, cure, attack, cure, cure. We'll just keep with that kind of a rhythm and see if that keeps our guys alive longer. We'll go Heal Force, and then we'll go... No, we don't need to go Heal Force right away. Heal Force. Let's try Heal Force on her, but her, we're gonna do Magic Attack with Armor. It's kinda... Oh no, I didn't want to hit him. Okay, so Magitech, Heal Force on her, because she's going to need it. Magitech, Bolt Beam on him. Oh, that just cured it. Heal Force on him. Magitech. Tech Missile on Magitech, Heal Force on her. Oh, he hit all of us. Okay, Magitech, Heal Force on him. Magitech on the show. Magic Heal Force on her. Oh, we've got him out of MP. I like this. So here's our odds, guys. We've kind of made the battle last long enough that like he's out of magic power and can't cast spells. So it would seem. So let's try a Fire Beam on Magitech Missile. Let's see what happens here. He's out of MP. So now we can just attack the... Because he has no more magic power left. I wonder how much XP the shell has, or how much HP the shell has. Probably has a lot. $50,000 HP? Wow, you just Googled that there, Lukey's boat? 50,000 HP? That's crazy. I've been smashing this thing like solid, so I'm pulling off, say 175, 175. So say 250 plus, say 150, 150. Say 300 plus about 500. On the tech missile. So I've been pulling off about 800 a shot, let's say. That's like over 50 attacks. Like all of them each over 50 attacks each for them to take out this guy. It goes on the that goes on the old... Oh! Yes! And it's accomplished. It's accomplished. Shell shock. So that was officially like the longest ass battle I think I've had with that. I've beaten that first boss on Final Fantasy III so many times, but that was the first time that I've ever tried to do it with that retro achievement, and that was like ridiculously long, but got the achievement. I'm gonna do some different attacks now just because I'm sick of seeing the same attacks the whole time. Yeah, Lukey, you gotta check it out, buds. You gotta check it out. You can pick up a secondhand Dreamcast somewhere. I'll modify it for you. Make that that'll make those nights in Fort Mac all that much more fun. Ooh, excuse me. So we made it to the Esper. All that battling that Wedge and Vic's done to level themselves up just got fucking evaporated. See you later, buds. And just like that. The first time I played this game, I sat in the bed and waited, and I was like, what's going on with this game? And wasn't aware that, like, I actually had to make the first move and get up out of bed. Like, I waited for a good 2 or 3 minutes going, what's going on here? Like, is the game frozen? Shake it off. A mysterious young woman, controlled by the Emperor and born with the gift of magic. So I'm not going to change any of their names. I like their names the way they are. That's part of the original storyline. But this is where you first learn her name. I know I said it earlier, but her name is Terra. My name is Terra. I believe this is our third achievement of the run. Here it is. Looking at clock for an elixir. So a lot of these background things have items in them. Clocks, barrels, all that good stuff. Make your way through the mines. I'll keep these brutes occupied. So whenever you play this game, feel like always explore all the different things. And look in the clocks, look in the barrels, look in things in the background, because there's always elixirs and tents and Phoenix Downs and stuff hidden around the game. She's up there. Gonna get our second opportunity to game the save right here. And now the game's on. Our first treasure box of the game gives us a Phoenix Down. Phoenix Down's good if you got another teammate, but if you're by yourself, can't bring yourself back to life. A Vaporite and a Repo Man. These are new guys for us. First time seeing these guys. Sleeping bags. Sleeping bags are good. You can use them at save points to regenerate health and magic. It's like a tent, basically. Boom, that kind of knocks her out. We get a little dream state, I guess. My sweet little magic user. Excuse me. I practically own you. Burn up everything. Let's our first kind of look at Kefka, who is like the main bad guy of the entire game. Like he's one of the lead bad guys. Excuse me. Gestal as well. This is one of our first looks at Gestal. He's kind of the main like Empire like lead hand, or like the leader of the Empire, or the old man of the Empire with the knowledge. Emperor Gestal. Now we're getting our first look at one of the other main characters in the game. Oh man, took you long enough. How does the robbing and plundering trade? Treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler searching the world over for relics of the past. So this is Mr. Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Semantic nonsense. That Magitech wearing Imperial Witch. With the Returners, an underground resistance movement. We're gonna go to Fargo and talk to the king of Fargo. The traveling town of Fargo. So now we've got an achievement here. So as Locke, we're going to protect Terra in the Caves of Narsh. But the next achievement that we have is we have to steal a mithril knife while protecting her. Coupos. Sweet. Moguls is what they're called. Use us to save Terra from the guards. I don't need any more information, but basically what's going to happen is you're going to split into 3 people, into 3 parties, and you can use select to switch between the 3 parties and position them strategically in the map so that as the enemy rises towards us, that we have all the gaps covered and we just fight each battle from there. So there's our first gap. We'll kind of stick one here. Sorry, use Y to switch between them. I don't think there's anything to steal from these guys, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Stole a potion. I doubt we're gonna get a mithril knife out of the animals. I'm gonna assume that fight is gonna be down at the end. There's kind of a boss guy that sits down at the end, and we'll have to steal the mithril knife from him. Pretty simple battle if we just kind of position ourselves properly and go through it systematically. Pretty easy to do. Let's see if we can steal from the Lobo this time. Couldn't steal anything. Pretty straightforward fights here. Nothing serious. That's it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that we have all of them taken care of now, and it's just the last kind of boss guy here now at the end. So first what we're going to do is make sure that we're all healed up. We're going to use a potion here on Mr. Locke. What do we got here? recovers 50 HP. You need it, and you need it. That's MP. We don't have anybody on the team that needs MP, really. No. I would hate to use that elixir right now. I'll save that in case I need it while I'm in the battle. This is where we're going to try to steal that mithril sword or that mithril knife from this guy. Mithril knife, boom! Just like that. Got that achievement taken care of. So he doesn't have anything else to steal, so we're good. We're going to use this Phoenix down. How did we get Friday the 13th achievement? Oh, he's going to take him down right away again? Seriously? This might not be good. We might actually, die on this one. I'm gonna use up this elixir just in case. Holy! We're in the hurt locker here. And we're dead. No! Does that mean... Oh no, okay, so we get to use one of our other... We don't have any items left though. So we'll have to switch to one of our other groups of guys. And go down and try them with one of the other groups. I didn't think he was that hard, but I guess he is. Dance. Dust Requiem. That was kind of cool. Make sure we give this guy everything. Whoa! Just like that. No messing around, just poof. See you later. Sunken. So it looks like we got the Friday the 13th. Split an enemy in two with the chainsaw. It looks like we got that achievement, but we didn't use the chainsaw or split anybody in half yet, so that's kind of weird because that you don't get to do that until you meet the prince in Fargo Castle, and then he joins you, and then you can kind of pick up the chainsaw weapon from him. So maybe there's a little bit of a glitch there in reference to retro achievements. Maybe we'll have to report that. So the next achievement that kind of comes up, it says trigger a hidden scene shortly after escaping Fargo Castle. Oh, okay. Ride a Kokobo on the world map. Perform a Yura Bolt. Yeah. Refuse Banon's offer 3 times. You have amnesia. So this brings us kind of to the first of Narsh here, and then we're back and we can kind of collect things up. This is a classroom for the beginner. Here are answers to your questions about the world, and think of us as your advisors. So for new people, this is great. You should definitely go in here and read a lot of things. For people that have played the game before, we still pop in here because there's a couple of freebies in here that you can grab. Like I said, you want to check every barrel. This one here heals health for everyone. Your save point is in here that you can use. I'll use it after I'm done here. Grab yourself a Tonic here. You're gonna have to fight a monster in a box, but that's fine. Not every barrel or box is gonna have stuff in it, but it never hurts to check them all. A sleeping bag. You know, these things are worth like $100 at the store, $40. So grab them up for free. Tonic. Nothing in that one. Go up here and pop a little save. And we'll venture into the town here and see what happens. Who might you be? So that's kind of your answer. So you've escaped the town. People kind of know who you are. They're kind of after you, right? So you can't go in there and kind of explore and see what's going on and see what kind of goodies you can grab in there. Your next thing to do is to head down to Fargo. So we're gonna have to go. Open world map is open for fighting, so anything can happen in the open world map. I always like to steal just because there's stuff that, you know, potions and stuff you can get for free. From what I remember, Fargo is down here in the middle of the desert sort of deal, I think. Yeah. Stolen antidote. I think that's about all they have is a little antidote. And the Fargo Castle will be right here. Battle music. Free items. Always get the free items. We made it to Fargo Castle. Hey, oh, it's you, or she. Some, like, grand music for the, for Fargo Castle, like, real, like, makes you feel like got this shit on lockdown. We're gonna head straight up, because I'm pretty sure that we're looking to talk to the king. You mean this young woman? And here's our first introduction. How rude of me to turn my back to a lady. The young king of Fargo Castle, allied to the emperor and master designer of machinery. Edgar. I am Edgar, king of Fargo. Surprised someone like me knows a king? So you're an Imperial soldier, no problem. Fargo and the Imperial are allies. Please relax while you're here. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Look, why are you helping me? Is it because of my abilities? Your beauty has captivated me. So at this point, you're kind of free to roam the castle and see what's here. You can talk to everybody to kind of give you some generic kind of conversation, nothing real serious to it. There's a couple treasure chests that you can loot while you're in here. Go up to the top of the tower. I think these are vendors, like an elixir vendor, and yeah. So you can buy a few things from this guy. Tonics, Tonic antidote, soft, echo green, phoenix down, sleeping bag, and tents. So I guess we'll pick up a couple of these just because they're good to have. Tonic here. Kind of expensive for Tonicers. I'm going to pass on those. Phoenix Downs. We got one, but good to have a couple. Oh, was there anything that we picked up that's really not of any use to us? Nope. Can I take from this vendor? I can. It's kind of rude, but hey, whatever. Auto crossbow, and noise blaster, and a bio blaster. So I'm pretty sure we already got one of those, but we will pick up this, and we will pick up this just because when we leave the castle, the king is going to he's going to join our party. So it's smart for you to grab those weapons because they'll be useful coming up here. I don't need a rest right yet. I kind of want to keep exploring a little bit first. So you can kind of walk along here without kind of exiting the castle. But the minute you leave a certain area, you'll exit the castle. So this is going to go into a bit of a background story on Edgar. And this is going to introduce you to another character within the story. This ponytailed brother of Edgar. Right now we'll know him as Youth. They'll introduce him later. He's got some pretty rad abilities. Edgar's twin brother who traded the throne for his own freedom. Sabin. Awesome. Awesome character.
Love you.
So Sabin ran away from the family. Because he wanted to kind of be free, didn't want too much to do with the throne. So they're kind of bracing for an attack from the Emperor, who's kind of been coming through, smashing up places, and looking for Terra, looking for this girl. It's kind of the royal library, I guess. As we continue our little tour of Fargo Castle. Not much on this wing. South Fargo. And a little bit more of a tour. So down here, I don't think we can go far here because this is kind of their engine room. So Fargo Castle is actually a mobile castle. You'll see that later. It can kind of move around the map and kind of bury itself in the ground and stuff, which is pretty cool. We're ready to leave at a moment's notice, but he won't let you go down into the engine room. And then if I'm not mistaken, on the other side of this is the castle jail. Yes. You can talk to kind of all these guards. I'm Lone Wolf, the pickpocket. Will he come down far enough to let me talk to him? Yep. Not a whole lot going on here, just a couple of prisoners. And then you can kind of exit out the front of the castle. So now it's at this point where you have to trigger a cutscene, and I'm pretty sure in order to trigger that cutscene, you have to you got to go for a sleep in the castle. I think so. We're gonna have to test that theory. Or no, sorry, you just gotta come up and talk to him again. How do you like my castle? After you go for a little walk, someone from the Emperor to see you. Probably Kefka. Alright, so here's our first time that he's been called Kefka, and the first time he's been introduced into the storyline outside of that little cutscene that we've seen there. Aye, sir. All set, sir. A girl of no importance. There are more girls here than grains of sand out there. I can't keep track of them all. I'd say that guy's missing a few buttons. Where's Terra? Don't worry about a thing. I don't understand. What should I do? Now we jump into a bit of a cutscene. Fargo Castle's on fire! No! And welcome to my barbecue. I guess I have no choice. Or maybe I do! Shameful that a king should flee, leaving his people behind. How utterly delightful. Okay, dive now. So this is your first little look at Fargo Castle and its ability to like move. It's like a mobile. It's like a castle machine. No one can touch the people of Fargo. So I think how you trigger this is by using magic. Auto crossbow. What's the matter? I look positively spooked. Did you just see what I saw? Yeah, she seems loaded for bear. She's amazing. That was magic. M-A-G-I-C. Magic. So here we got our fourth, I think, our fourth and probably final achievement for today. She used magic. He whispers in his ear. Where on earth did you learn that? Sorry, Look, I didn't mean to make such a big deal of this. Me neither. That magic, I've never actually seen magic before. Where did you... Terra can use magic and we can't. That's the only difference between us. The fact is, we can use her help right now. And he's like up talking and then dead. That was kind of funny. Son of a submariner. They'll pay for this. Our mentor Bannon would certainly like to meet you. Oh, we got another achievement. We get to walk along the map. So we're looking for a cave. I'm pretty sure this is the cave right here that leads to South Fargo. And off we go. Recovery spring. There may be battles in here, I think, too. But at our first save point here, we're going to save, and that might be where we kind of shut her down for the day. Our first kind of interaction with these guys. Find that first save point, that would be great. Pretty big fan of multi-attacks, those are always good. And she learned Antidote. Oh, that's good. We got antidote now, so if anybody gets poisoned, we can use antidote to cure ourselves up. Oh, we just come this way for a treasure box. For a Tonic cure. Oh, our first encounter with you always got to check out all the little spots just in case, you know, just in case there's something that, you know, you missed or... I'll definitely have to be doing some editing before I release this video to YouTube, just because of the pure length of the video, especially that first boss battle. That's gonna have to be trimmed down a little bit because nobody's gonna want to watch 50 minutes of attack after attack after attack. But the end state will be pretty good. Maybe I'll fast forward a little bit of that. But for sure, this episode 1 will definitely be up on Retro Militia's YouTube channel here by the end of the day. I've got some stuff to do after I'm done streaming here, so I won't be able to get at it right away. But it will definitely be getting at it after that. Lucky's boat. Mom says hi, Kyle. Hey, how's it going, Mom? Nice to know every now and again that your mom watches the stream. Lukey, do me a favor and show her how to install Twitch on her tablet, so when she's just relaxing at home, she can be watching the Twitch streams. Phoenix down, that's worth it. Retro's top. Yeah. Kyle's mom. Retro Militia's top fan of the week. It doesn't look like there's a save point in this cave, so we're going to South Fargo, which I hope there's gonna have to be a save point in South Fargo somewhere. Can we steal from the Rhinosaur? Stole a tonic from him. He doesn't have anything else to steal. Auto crossbow. Fight. There, I think we've reached South Fargo. South Fargo. We see the little ninja character that's going across the screen there right now. Well, he'll come into play. Like I said, check every barrel that you see. Well, there's a tonic for free. That's 50 bucks, 60 bucks for free. So, the next thing we need to do is save. Let me save at the old inn or what? $80 per night? Yeah, we'll go for a nap. Can't save yet. Buckets. Gotta check all the buckets and all the alarm clocks. Where am I gonna find a save point in South Fargo? Or can I just save on the world map just outside of Fargo? I feel like I can save just out, like as long as I'm in the world map somewhere. Let's give that a try. Yes, I can. Awesome. So we're gonna save right here. Beautiful, and this is where we're gonna end the stream for today. Pretty good stream, I think. We're looking at right now. We got a record time of 2 hours on the stream so far. So I mean that was great for episode 1 of Final Fantasy III. 2 hours. I know the first boss battle was pretty taunting for anybody who hung on and watched it the entire time. But it was an achievement nonetheless, and it was definitely a new experience for me in regards to the game. So I just want to say thanks to everyone that popped into the stream. Lucas Bolt with a couple of comments there in the comment section, but I've been watching the viewers there, and we popped up around 5, 6 at times there. So there were people popping into the stream, and I'm glad to see people popping in and having a view. We're very appreciative of, again, anybody who views, anybody who comments, and, you know, even those lurkers that are just sitting in the back and watching the game and enjoying the show. We appreciate each and every one of you. This is where we're going to leave it off for tonight. I guess we should, right now, we'll check on our retro achievements here. Hopefully this is not going to demolish the stream at all. It hasn't, but as you can see, I haven't refreshed yet, but we've gotten a few achievements. So it looks right now we've got 0 of 100 achievements done. I'll hit the refresh button here and see what happens. Boom, 7 achievements out of 100 we've pulled off that time. Okay, so that's pretty good. That puts us at 14% complete for this game, which is amazing. We've completed the To the Horizon, so Ride a Kokobo on the world map. We've triggered that little scene. It's called Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. We triggered the scene at the end of that. When we just escaped Fargo Castle. For some reason, we split an enemy in 2 with the chainsaw. So this wasn't supposed to happen. You're only supposed to get that after you get Edgar in your party and you buy the chainsaw weapon for him. So there's a little glitch there. So maybe I'll report that to Retro Achievements after, so maybe they can look at fixing that one up. We managed to steal that mithril knife in defending her to semantic nonsense. We found that elixir in a clock. The long ass shell shocked achievement there for defeating the Welk's armored shell. Man, that was brutally hard. And then the very simple the approach to Narsh achievement for just watching the opening scene. So we've we've gotten a few there. So right now we boosted ourselves up. We're now at 260 points for our Retro Militia account on Retro Militia for the Retro Achievements, which is awesome, really good. Our average completion right now is 16.97% completion of games, and that puts us in the site in the top 43% of guys. So every time we play a game, and we open up like this time I opened up 100 more achievements, and I have 7 achievements. That messes with my completion percentage. So the whole goal here is to unlock as many achievements as possible, but at the same time try to complete as many games as possible. So again, guys, thank you very much for coming on the stream, checking out episode 1 of Final Fantasy 3. This is a long, beautiful game, so there'll be many episodes, but thank you again for stopping in and watching the Retro Militia. We appreciate it. Check us out on Twitter, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram. We've got all the different social media platforms for you to check out the Retro Militia and keep up to date with us. But for now, I'm going to shut her down. Merry Christmas. Have a good Christmas season. If I don't get a chance to stream again between now and Christmas Day, happy holidays to y'all, and peace out from the Retro Militia.